Today, I dedicate this achievement to them, to my mother and to my brother. I miss them dearly, and I pray they are watching over us today.
Very happy about my dad becoming the mayor today. He's worked extremely hard for this position.
After spending some years in Azad Kashmir, Pakistan, I returned to the United Kingdom, where my father has taught in the pottery town of Stoke-on-Trent.
Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim, Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim। सब तो पहले देखने वाले सारे दोस्तों पे अपना की अस्सलाम वालेकुम। उम्मीद करता जी देखने वाले सारे दोस्त पे अपना ठीक ठाक हो सो। अल्लाह पाक ने हिफ्ज़ो अमान चोसो जी एक दफ़ा फिर बड़ी खूबसूरत और प्यारी वीडियो किने दा तुसानी खिदमत हाज़र होया जनाब ताहिर रफ़ीक चौधरी साहब जिन्हों ना तलक जनाब इलाका छतरो डोक मस्जिद वाली नाल है। वो जनाब यूके बरी च मेयर बनते तो उन्होंने मेयर बनना जनाब छतरों वास्ते बाईस फ़ख्र है जी। असा जनाब ताहिर रफ़ीक चौधरी साहब की मुबारक पेश करने हैं जी। बाकी जनाब जी तकरीब हुई है उन्होंने वसातत नाल सारे को जनाब वीडियो क्लिप भी मौजूद है और फोटो भी मौजूद हैं। वो जनाब साथ शेयर करसा उम्मीद करसा इंशाअल्लाह आज नहीं साड़ी वीडियो भी तुसां की पसंद ऐसी।
Ladies and gentlemen, the Worship the Mayor, Councillor Mohammad, Tahir, Rafiq, Mrs. the Mayoress, Mrs. Bibi and Mrs. Tahir, Rafiq.
The Mayor will now make the declaration as required by the Local Government Act 1972.
I, Bismillah Rahman Rahim, I, Mohammad Tahir Rafiq, have been elected to the office of Mayor, hereby declare that I take the said office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfill the duties thereof according to the best of my judgment and ability.
Please remain standing. I now invite the Mayor's chaplain, Imam Sayyid Mohammad Khan, to deliver a short supplication.
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Deputy Lieutenant, honourable members of the Council and distinguished guests, we will begin with a few verses from the Holy Quran. One particularly powerful verse reminds us that true faith is demonstrated not only through worship but also through good character and care for others in society, especially through kindness and compassion towards parents, relatives, orphans, the poor and needy, neighbours, both near and distant, friends and companions, travellers and those under our care. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم واعبدوا الله ولا تشركوا به شيئا وبالوالدين إحسانا وبذي القربى واليتامى والمساكين والجار ذي القربى والجار الجنب والصاحب بالجنب وابن السبيل وما ملكت أيمانكم إن الله لا يحب من كان مختالا فخورا. Translation: Worship Allah and associate nothing with Him. Be good to parents, relatives, orphans, the needy, the near neighbor, the distant neighbor, the companion at your side, the traveler and those under your care. Indeed, Allah does not like those who are arrogant and boastful. Please join in supplication and prayer. O most compassionate, most merciful, the all-hearing, the all-seeing, the all-knowing, We ask you in this blessed gathering today for your eternal assistance and guidance. Shower us all with your divine bounties and everlasting blessings, and envelope us in your immense love.
The Mayor will now make the declaration as required by the Local Government Act 1972.
I, Bismillah Rahman Rahim, I, Mohammad Tahir Rafiq, have been elected to the office of Mayor, hereby declare that I take the said office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfill the duties thereof according to the best of my judgment and ability.
Please remain standing. I now invite the Mayor.
In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Deputy Lieutenant, Pakistan Consul General Imtiaz Gondal Sahab, distinguished and honored guests, Imam of Bilal Mosque, Prestwich, family and friends, fellow members and officers of the Council. It is wonderful to see you all here today. Thank you for joining me at this mayor-making ceremony. When I was first elected to this chamber in May 2018, I could never have imagined that one day I would stand before you as the first citizen of our borough. It is both an immense honour and a great privilege, and I accept it with great humility and deep gratitude to everyone who has supported me on this journey. I would first like to pay tribute to some very special people in my life, including those sadly no longer with us. A year ago, my mother was here to see me become the deputy mayor. Sadly, she passed away in October 2025. I would not be standing here today without her love, prayers and encouragement. Though she lived in Stoke-on-Trent, she cared deeply for all of us and always wished the very best for everyone she knew. To me, she was everything. I know she is watching over us today, and may Allah bless us all. I also remember my younger brother today, Tahir, who sadly passed away in October 2018, shortly after I was first elected, leaving a void in my heart. He was my strength and meant so much to me. He worked with me. Standing side by side with him was a privilege for me. Rest in peace, my brother. My grandparents, too, were the cornerstone of my success. When I was a child, they would proudly tell their friends that one day that their grandson, would make the family proud one day. Today, I dedicate this achievement to them, to my mother, and to my brother. I miss them dearly, and I pray they are watching over us today. May Allah bless them all. I also want to pay tribute to my father, Mohammad Rafiq. He's sitting in the front, who is here with us today. I am incredibly proud of him, and I know he is proud today of me too. Together with my mother, he nurtured and encouraged me throughout my life, ensuring I received a good education despite the many sacrifices he made. He worked tirelessly in factories to support our family and has always been a source of wisdom, strength and inspiration to me. To my wife, thank you for standing beside me through every challenge and every success. Your unwavering support has been my greatest strength. I am delighted that she will join me this year as mayoress alongside my daughter Nisa Rafiq. People often say that behind every successful man is a strong woman. In my case, it has been my wife, my late mother, and my daughters. I am immensely proud of all my children and my lovely granddaughter. My daughters, Jabeen, Nisa, and Sumaya, all qualified as solicitors, while my youngest daughter, Simra, bravely broke family tradition and graduated in computer science. My sons, Zain, Hasnain, Subhan, and granddaughter Dua Noor continue their studies locally here in Bury. All of my children attended local schools and colleges here in Bury, which says so much about the quality of education and opportunity in our borough. I also want to pay tribute to my wider family, friends, and everyone who has supported me over the years, including those who are no longer with us today. May Allah bless them all. I want to thank the people of Unsworth, honest, hard-working people who care deeply about their community. During COVID, we saw neighbours supporting neighbours and volunteers stepping forward in difficult times. That spirit of community is what makes this borough so special. I would also like to thank my colleagues from across all political groups on the council. Over the last 8 years, I have had the privilege of working alongside dedicated people who care deeply about their communities. Whatever our political differences, we all want the very best for Bury. I particularly want to thank the leader of the council, Councillor Eamon O'Brien, the cabinet and my ward colleagues, past and present, John Grimshaw, David Jones, Paul Adams, Nathan Broder and Councillor Jody Hook for their friendship and support. I also pay tribute to our outgoing mayor, Councillor Noel Bailey, a man who fought a tougher battle in Besses than Manchester City managed this season. And unlike them, still emerged victorious. I have to say, that was the only victory for the Reds that he is happy with. And to our outgoing mayors, Jill Campbell, and consort, Elliot Moss, thank you for your service. I have to say, as a former cabinet member, Elliot's scrutiny and endless questions may have terrified many of us at times, but it always came from a desire to help people improve and give their very best. Now a little bit about myself. I was born at Hillingdon Hospital in Middlesex. After spending some years in Azad Kashmir, Pakistan, I returned to the United Kingdom, where my father has settled in the pottery town of Stoke-on-Trent. My parents came to Britain in the early 1960s from the small village of Cllr in the Diyal district, Mirpur, Azad Kashmir, Pakistan. I grew up in Stoke-on-Trent, where I attended school and college. A school I was once advised that I might struggle in further education and should instead settle for a youth training scheme, YTS as it was known in those days. I tried it briefly, but then decided that was not my path. Encouraged by my father, I enrolled at college instead. That decision changed my life. I often share this story with young people because I hope it encourages them never to give up on themselves. I went on to graduate from the University of Staffordshire with degrees in mechanical engineering, law and legal practice, before later achieving a Master of Laws degree from the University of Huddersfield. After a short period working as a graduate design engineer in Newcastle-on-the-Line, I pursued a legal career and completed my training with a law firm in Stoke-on-Trent. I qualified as a solicitor in October 1996 and practiced law for many years across Stoke-on-Trent, St Helens and Manchester. I later became a partner in my own law firm in July 2001 before moving into legal consultancy work in 2016. In early 2001, after many years of commuting, I moved to Prestwich in Bury, where I have proudly lived ever since. My involvement in politics began in Stoke-on-Trent. I was inspired by my late neighbour, Labour MP Mark Fisher, who first got me involved in campaigning. I often joke that I started life in politics as his little leaflet boy. I was certainly a lot younger then and had a lot of hair back then. He sadly passed away in November 2025, and may God bless him. I was first elected as Labour councillor for Unsworth Ward in May 2018 and was re-elected in 2022 and again in 2023. Serving the residents of Unsworth has been one of the greatest honours of my life. I have served as chair of Licensing and Safety Committee and as cabinet member for Corporate Affairs and Human Resources, including adult services, from 2020 to 2025. I'm also proud to serve as a governor and vice chair at Holland Grundy Primary School. Today, I stand before you with enormous gratitude and humility for the opportunity to serve this great borough as mayor. The theme of my mayoral year will be service and supporting our children and young people who represent our future. Service has shaped every part of my life. As a solicitor supporting people through difficult times, as a councillor representing my community, as a father and as a proud citizen of Bury. I see the role of mayor as one of civic leadership, bringing people together through our shared identity and pride in this borough. This role is not about politics, it's actually about place, and what a remarkable place Bury is. As it has been rightly said, we are the comeback borough. We have faced difficult times, but our resilience and community spirit always pulls us through. Look at Gig Lane, abandoned by national institutions, yet rescued by local determination and community pride. Look at our thriving towns, markets and neighbourhoods. Look at the volunteers and community organisations who go above and beyond every single day. What also makes Bury special is our diversity. It makes me incredibly proud to call this borough home. When we witnessed horrific anti-Semitic attacks, including at Heaton Park Synagogue, alongside rising Islamophobia and racism, our borough responded not with division, but with solidarity, compassion, and unity. That is the true spirit of Bury, and I am proud of it. Another important way we serve others is through charity, something very close to my heart. That is why I am proud to announce that my mayoral charities will include Bury Hospice and Bury Blind Society, alongside other organisations that may need support during the year. Bury Hospice provides extraordinary care and compassion for those facing the most difficult moments in life, while Bury Blind Society offers invaluable support to people across our community. I know of the Society's work firsthand through my friend Joan Grimshaw, whose decades of public service continue to inspire all of us. These charities remind us that society should always be judged by how it treats its most vulnerable people. Likewise, public service matters deeply. During my 5 years as a cabinet member, one of my proudest achievements was helping to deliver the real living wage for employees and care workers in our borough. That was not simply a policy decision. It was about recognising the dignity and value of those who dedicate their lives to caring for others. Throughout my mayoral year, I look forward to meeting carers and volunteers across Bury and thanking them personally for their service. Another achievement was strengthening Bury's commitment to inclusion and equality. Because, as I have said earlier, I believe our diversity is one of our greatest strengths. A successful borough is one where, regardless of their background, faith, disability, or identity, everyone feels they belong and has the opportunity to thrive. I also want to continue the important work begun by my predecessor in engaging children and young people with civic life and strengthening their connection with this chamber and our democracy. I know I will be able to rely on the experience and advice of former mayors, such as Councillor Noel Bailey, Trevor Holt, and Joan Grimshaw, who have already generously offered their support. I begin this mayoral year, as I intend to continue, by serving you, working with you, and championing this wonderful borough. I will have the support of my amazing mayoresses, my wife Manzoor Bibi, and my daughter Nisa Tahir Rafiq, and Deputy Mayor Mike Smith. And not to forget my office mayoral team, Andrea Tomlinson, Rachel Everett, and Andrew Thompson. Finally, thank you once again to everyone here today for sharing this special moment with me. Bury has a bright future ahead, and I can't wait to get started. Thank you.
बड़ा खुश हाँ कि मुड़ा मड़ा मेहरबानी अल्लाह उसे कामयाबी अता फरमाए।
Very happy about my dad becoming the mayor today. He's worked extremely hard for this position, and it's a very happy occasion for us all. And thank you for everybody that's been here to support us.
He's one of the humble and great man. He takes pride and very analytical in his job. He's respected by the judiciary, by the legal profession, and also by the community. It's a great achievement for him.
I'm very proud to see Dr. Malik Saab coming here today. I'm very happy that he is here to support me. He has been basically my teacher in law. I mean, I have known him since the late 80s, early 90s, and he is, mashallah, he himself was an excellent lawyer, and he really did support me. All his life, all his time, he's always supported me, and I think I couldn't have been here without his support. So thank you very much, Doctor.